Hello, my name is Annemarie Franczyk. I am an assistant professor of communication teaching at Buffalo State College, a public institution that's part of the State University of New York. The study I am presenting here looked at the approach high school students take when choosing a career. The study focuses on the decision-making process of students considering careers in journalism, but the results may be generalized to most any profession. This study tested this assumption, that teenagers generally make uninformed decisions about their career direction. They base their future job plans solely on their abilities and interests, with little or no consideration of other influencers such as market conditions or industry projections. This study found that high school students participating in a journalism workshop indeed have made decisions about their futures based on the strength of their abilities. Their interest in journalism careers hinged only on whether they felt they could write and speak effectively. They didn't consider the condition of the industry or the evolution of jobs in journalism, which are incorporating social media and multi-platform reporting at tremendous rates. This creates an opportunity for high school guidance counselors and perhaps teachers and administrators to retool their approach to career development among teenagers. This presentation highlights components of a study done with a group of high school students who participated in a journalism workshop. The presentation includes an overview of how teens make their career decisions in general and in journalism specifically. It includes an overview of the state of the journalism industry. A description of the workshop and the study are followed by key findings. The presentation concludes with suggestions for new approaches for those who influence teenagers who are making career decisions. Ask a teenager what he or she would like to do when they get older, and you'll get an answer that is based on their rather narrow range of interests and limited exposure to the world. This is supported in research that has shown that teenagers choose careers that are aligned with activities that they are passionate about and from which they get the most satisfaction. Even during an unstable economy, young people appear to allow their personal interests and passions to dictate their career choices. Student motivation is often born of the student's perception of their abilities. Researchers have found that the more capable students feel in a particular subject, the more positive their attitude toward that subject, and the more likely students will want to continue to engage in settings that include that subject. This finding is evident among young people who are attracted to the field of journalism. Researchers have found the most common reason college students selected journalism as a major was, "I like to write." Also, high school students, graduate school students, and those early in their careers say that their attraction to a journalism career was based on their early interest in writing and the ability to write well. Other studies found that the most important initial factor in a student majoring in journalism was exposure to journalism in high school. Students with high school journalism experience are more likely to select journalism as their major, more likely to work for the college newspaper, and more likely to work for a professional newspaper than those students who have no high school journalism experience. Students are likely to be encouraged to investigate careers in journalism by family members, teachers, mentors, and other adult role models who recognize the student's early interest in journalism and writing skill. Others have found that the earlier the decision was made to study journalism, the higher the commitment to the occupation. There have been some major developments in the field of journalism that could well have an impact on students' career choices if they acquaint themselves with the changes. Declining revenues across the media have prompted job cuts in traditional print and broadcast newsrooms. Those who are left and others entering the industry are expected to report across many platforms, meaning they have to be skilled in writing and broadcasting and recording and editing video and know how to maximize news coverage through social media. The participants in this study consisted of 11 high school students aged 15 to 17 who attended a highly selective, week-long intensive journalism workshop held at Buffalo State College, a public four-year institution. The college-bound students, all juniors and seniors, were chosen to take part in the workshop based on upperclassmen rank, previous experience on their high school media, and stated interest in improving or increasing their journalism skills as part of the workshop. They represented a cohort at a decision-making juncture regarding college choice and intended field of study. 4 of the participants were male and 7 were female. 7 participants were white, 3 were African American, and 1 was Hispanic. They were nearly split between urban and suburban schools, private and public schools. The students were asked to participate in one-on-one, semi-structured, open-ended interviews of about 30 minutes in length. The interviews were held at various points throughout the workshop during breaks from instruction. The students were asked the following questions. Why did you choose to attend this workshop? Are you considering a career in journalism? What prompted your decision? All 11 participants identified 2 motivations to attend the workshop: to augment journalism or writing courses taken at their high school, and to follow up on the recommendation of a teacher, guidance counselor, or parent. 5 added career exploration as a third motivation. As for pursuing journalism as a career, 5 indicated that they were considering a career in journalism. 6 indicated they were not. All of them based their decisions on their interests or comfort levels with the tasks of the profession. Only 2 acknowledged the turmoil in the industry. Moreover, these latter 2 students stated that the depressed industry had no impact on their career choices. A sampling of affirmative comments from those who were headed into professional journalism includes, "I've always liked writing, it's something I want to do," and "The whole thing seems interesting to me to travel and to write." Of the 2 participants who acknowledged the evolving drama in the industry, justified her career choice with, "You have to do what you like," and said that for her, a journalism career would allow her to pursue her interest in current events, public health issues, and popular culture. The second said her motivation to seek a career in journalism was based on her strong interest in writing. She added, "I know people are being laid off. I'll definitely keep it in mind, but it's not going to sway me. I will still try even though it's more difficult." Those with no interest in journalism as a career described an unease with the writing style or other basic tasks of journalism as the basis for their decision. One student identified himself a long-winded writer who prefers narrative storytelling to the more structured journalistic style of writing. Another identified the need to think on one's feet as an intrinsic part of the practice of journalism and professed that she was uncomfortable doing so based on her experience with stage performing, adding, "I do musical theater and I can memorize lines, but I can't do improv." Similarly, another student expressed apprehension about all the interactions with people. Sometimes you get put into uncomfortable situations. One student rejected a journalism career because of her disinterest in current events. All participants failed to acknowledge the news business's shift to social media as a means to disseminate the news. None recognized the wide range of skills today's journalists are expected to possess and use as a matter of course in their line of work. The findings of this study have implications for the approaches used to assist students in making post-secondary plans that are both pragmatic and aligned with their interests. Researchers have noted that for society not to be plagued by disgruntled, frustrated, and unrealistic individuals, it is desirable that adequate guidance and counseling and career information be provided to enable the school and society to arrive at a realistic vocational choice for their children with due realization of their potential. Toward this end, researchers suggest a shift from a whole age group approach to career counseling to the use of target career workshops based on the needs of a subset of students. This intervention is appropriate for that subset of the student body that participates in the school newspaper or other campus media. Further, others encourage investment of media companies in journalism camps and training for high school newspaper advisors. These targeted programs are another likely setting for career choice preparation activities for students who want to pursue journalistic careers. High school students who are exploring journalistic occupations and post-secondary options need to be given opportunities to more fully learn about the field so that their decisions are made thoughtfully and rationally. Thank you.